This is Mr. Miller's factory. This is Mr. Miller. These are the products Mr. Miller manufactures. And this is the enormous heap of waste from Mr. Miller's factory, which needs loads of storage space, is very expensive to dispose of, and is just one big headache for Mr. Miller. And on top of it all, the packaging waste must also be returned to Mr. Miller's factory. "What a mess," Mr. Miller said to himself. "When will this ever end?" Ouch! Now this is Mr. Greenwood. This is the bump on his forehead. And here's Mr. Greenwood's company. It's called PDR. And these guys are specialists for material recycling. "Hello," says Mr. Greenwood. "What on earth?" He instantly decides to give Mr. Miller a call, who tells him about his unfortunate waste problem. But Mr. Greenwood tells him that it's not a problem at all, and that PDR has, for example, been collecting used PU foam cans for years now. These cans are disassembled in Mr. Greenwood's firm in order to be recycled into new products, which of course is good for the environment. And the recycled raw materials can even be sold, Mr. Greenwood explains. What a great idea, Mr. Miller thinks, and decides to visit Mr. Greenwood to determine what to do with his waste. So together, they prepare a feasibility study by inspecting the waste and waste volumes to find out whether it would be worthwhile at all to recycle it. Oh yes, it works! So Mr. Greenwood develops a suitable recycling machine for it. The machine functions perfectly, and the great thing is that Mr. Miller can use the recycled raw materials himself to make new products. And since then, truckloads of production residue no longer end up in incinerators anymore, but instead are directly shipped to PDR. And likewise, so is all the packaging waste. For Mr. Miller, it has really paid off now that he recycles his waste, and he even earns money from it. But best of all, the environment's much better off without his waste, and the additional space can now be used for better purposes. Thank you, PDR, and thank you, Mr. Miller. And in future, we'd like to thank you too. So please feel free to contact us, because we can help you finding a solution for your waste. And together, we can do our bit for the environment.